In etwas weniger als 5 Minuten beginnt die Präsentation der stärksten Athleten aus der Quali-Olympics-Finale. Gestern hat schon die Qualifikation stattgefunden. Heute Vormittag das Semifinale. Hier bekommt dann die 7 stärksten Herren und die 6 stärksten Damen präsentiert, die hier um einen Platz am Stockholm klettern werden.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Graz. My name is David Patterson, and I'm here to guide you through the finals of the men's and the women's for this Bloc Summer Glass. The temperatures are pretty good, still pretty hot. We have pretty good display of lights, and next to me is going to be joining me the Master of Austria 2021, more known as Johan Luca Porsche. Hello, good afternoon, Johan.
Hello, good to see you.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Still not believing that you are the winner?
Yeah.
Master?
Yeah, I still can't believe it, yeah.
Yes, it's been a pretty tough semi-final and qualifiers round. I mean, you have had also an extra 3 rounds before. How were you today?
Yeah, actually it didn't feel that bad, but my skin is like really done. It's crazy.
Wow.
I also had the European Cup 3 days before the Austrian Championships.
Wow.
So yeah, I was kind of tired, but yeah.
Still made it to the podium, first gold. Yeah, pretty impressive performance. And thanks that you are here today, helping me commentate for the finals.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Of the Bloc Summers.
Yeah, looking forward to the final.
There was almost no tops in the semi-final round. Pretty much you could get with a top. So yeah, can you please describe us a little bit how were the boulders? Because they look tough as nails, to be honest.
Yeah, the first boulder actually got the most tops, and it was all about finding the right solution at the top. There was a weird drop knee that you had to find, and everyone who found it got the top, and I didn't find it, so I couldn't get the top.
Yeah, sometimes it's not easy to read these really complex boulders.
Exactly, and from then on it was just really hot, so the second boulder with all the slopers, it was, I think, just a little bit too hard today. The third one, the crimpy one, really nice boulder, but also really hard, so it just got 1 top, I think.
Yes, you're right, by the German athlete.
Yeah. The slab also got no tops, but a couple of zones. Also really good boulder, but just really hard to do.
Yeah, actually talking to Jakob Gresover, who was one of the route setters, he mentioned that they actually overcooked a little bit too much.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
And
but it's always so hard as a route setter to get it right.
Yeah,
I can't imagine it.
You guys are getting too good, too fast.
Yeah.
And are you planning to qualify for the Olympics of 2024?
Yeah, it's a goal, yes.
It's a goal. Nice.
Yeah.
So you're not having to practice anymore for speed. Is this something nice? Or are you liking actually quite a lot of speed?
Yeah, I didn't train that much speed because for me the Olympics came a bit too early, I think. But I'm looking forward to combine without the speed because it's just so different to lead and bouldering.
True. Well, these are the qualifiers. We have 7 on the men. Due to the final cut that we had from the Bloc Summer sessions and the Austrian Masters, there has not been to differ the climbers, just so to say, there has not been any difference to the previous round because there was not a real previous round where everybody was joining together.
Yeah.
So due to the same score, we have 7 athletes. Stefan Schetz will start, followed by Gavi Levin and Rest Stefan, Florian Klinger, Tim Gürter, Nimrod Tusnay and Mats Kleesattel, 7 athletes. And here comes the first female athlete from Vienna, Phoebe Vidic, on the mats. Second, Lea Kemp, the 16-year-olds from Vorarlberg, followed by the recognized face Fanny Gibet from France. the Austrian champion in the female side from 2021, Francis Scherer. Another famous person into nowadays scenery in the Boulder, Oriane Beton. And Stasha Geo, who dominated the female round, will be our 6th competitor. We have 4 minutes per boulder to be completed and a total of 4 boulders. There is a previous observation of 2 minutes per boulder. And the rules are easier, the more tops, the better. Here comes Geva Levin from Israel, very strong competitor. Fellow companion from Jan, Stefan. Florian Klingler coming to the mats from Tyrol. Tim Vierter will be also joining us right now. Timber Rusnagi, the youngest competitor, alongside Levin Geva, with 17 years old, both of them from Hungary. And Mask Lesatel, who, as Jan Kaposch just mentioned, was the only one to top boulder number 3 with the small crimps. Jan, here at Females, boulder number 1, as we've seen Stasha having a read through. What is your idea of the boulder? Like, maybe you can walk us through your reading skills on female number 1.
Yeah, it looks straightforward. There's the first move, I think, is pretty easy, and then there's just a big jump to both of the slopey jogs. Afterwards, you have to get your foot high, then get to the crimp, and then just finish it on the the pinch, and then maybe cross over to the finish hold or just bump with the left hand.
In terms of good holds, do you think there are easy holds or they are renowned to be horrible? Hard?
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard to say from the ground, but they don't look that good. But most of the time, it's just about the position of the holds that makes it hard to get it right, yeah.
And here we have a pressing start by the men's one. It looks like a bit more flexibility and mobility boulder.
Yeah.
A reach into the zone, actually. Looks like a really awkward position.
Yeah, then you have to get your foot up pretty high, jump to the big blue jog, and then mental up. It's going to be a super technical.
Are you a fan of more overhanging boulders, or you like more slabs or coordination? What are your strengths, and if you have any weakness of all, which one would be?
Yeah, I think my biggest weakness are strength boulders, but I really like coordination moves and everything. And slabs are always like a 50-50. Sometimes they go really well, and sometimes you just can't lift off the ground. It's always different.
We have a funny start on women's boulder number 2, as we see Stasha Gay just sitting on this big egg yolk.
Yeah.
Quite a funny start, and yeah, maybe let us know what are your thoughts when you see this boulder. It looks really aesthetic, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you can start either facing outside to the crowd or inside. Maybe it's better to face inside, and then you just jump to the big volcano with the right hand, I think, and then you have to do a cross-through move.
Yeah.
And maybe cut your feet, and then it's just some crimps to finish it off.
Yes, we saw one of the route setters before doing like a one lock of arm and then reaching to the right zone.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah, and the man looks like a puzzle, to be honest. I saw some of the route setters actually setting. This was set by Luka Muca from Slovenia. And yeah, I didn't see him doing the whole sequence, but maybe you can give us a little bit of light into this puzzle.
Yeah, it looks like you have to start with the feet higher than your head. And then it's just you have to turn your body to the right, and then you just go up the crimps, but there's a lot of hidden moves in it, I think. Like, it looks really tricky.
Yes, for sure. I mean, if somebody is looking at these big volumes, the black part is a dual texture, so it has no friction at all.
Yeah, exactly.
And the blue part has good friction, but it's in such an overhanging that I don't think you will get a lot of the blue part also, right?
Yeah. And also, I don't even know the hold after the zone, the black pocket-like hold.
Okay.
I don't even know what type of hold this is, so it's hard to...
Well, those are 360 lenses or spheres, as you want to call it.
Yeah.
Believe they have been quite new due to the competition. All the holds were new, and we had, all this. They have not been previously used, so completely new set of boulders.
Yeah, it's always really hard to expect or to think about the moves if you don't really know the holds. So it's always a challenge.
Yeah, Thomas Kobacher was before explaining the importance of your facilities. If you don't have the facilities, then you're playing against yourself and you have a little bit of a disadvantage in relation to the other competitors, right?
Yeah, it's a lot better if you already know the holds. So if you know that you can jump on the hold or you can hold it, and if you don't know the hold, there's always like you have to do one try to just test out the hold and see how to hold it.
Yes, we're seeing a little bit more dynamic jumping. Maybe we can get a little bit of a wider angle here on the screen so that the people can see the boulder, and you can tell us a little bit. There's this red start, and from then onwards, like I see a lot of bad holds until you get this cheetah hold really high up or flat hold really high up on the zone.
Yeah, I think it's a run and jump where you have to push yourself really fast to the left, and then maybe do a palm press with the right or left hand and go to the purple volume and hold the swing with your foot on the blue volume. And afterwards there's actually another jump to the top to finish it off.
And here we have a little bit more of a careful slap of the man. Yes, I have seen how this has been done, but I would like to hear what you have to say about it.
Yeah, at first sight it looks also like a run and jump, but I actually think that you have to do it slow.
Yeah,
maybe with the hands low on the volume at your feet, and then grab the zone and then jump to the hidden hold, the red purple hold, which I actually don't know what it is.
Basically, as I was saying, the root setter, the head root setter, it's a jump where you have to stay in the middle of the volume, on the big triangular volume.
Okay.
And you hold nothing, so you're on a balance.
Yeah.
And if you're too forwards, then you would fall out, and if you're too short, then you would also fall out. But it was they decided to put a screw-on hold on top of it because it was savagely. They tried for hours and they couldn't do it, and then they saw that they overcooked the semi-finals. I think they don't want to overcook also the finals.
Yeah, I imagine it's really hard to estimate the difficulty of the boulders, because if you set them and you test them for a long time, at some point they feel really easy because you did the move hundreds of times, but you have to think about the climbers who have just 4 minutes time, and then it gets really hard to get the moves done really fast.
Are you also a root setter yourself? Do you sometimes
yeah, not really, occasionally, but I mean, we have a spray wall most of the time for training, so there's just a wall with a lot of holes on it, and we set the boulders ourselves, but they are not competition boulders, they are just for strength training, so I don't really set.
Really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have here the men's four, and we see Florian Klinger. Yeah, what are your thoughts about this boulder? Is it a run and toe catch, or is it a hold in between?
Yeah, I think you jump to the first hold and then catch it with your feet, like a double toe hook. And from there on, either you jump with both hands to the next hold and hold the swing, or just with one hand and and do like a press. Afterwards, I think you just step on a small foothold, maybe on the right start hold, and go for the zone, and from there on it's just pure pinch power to the top.
Yeah, the zone hold looks horrible, to be honest. Looks like a really slow
Yeah, I've never seen that hold before.
So one of the sponsors, Rock City holds, and it's pretty good and pretty big, but probably really hard to hold.
Yeah, probably.
And that was the observation for the women. They would have to go in isolation now. And the models that we're going to have is one man and one woman are going to come out for 4 minutes. And then they will go back and so on until we run out of climbers. And then we would go to the second boulder and so on forwards until we run out of boulders. And I think the route setters are doing some little final touch.
Yeah, I think it's just for so that the men's can't cheat with standing on the women's problems holds.
Pretty good observation.
We always think about ways to cheat the boulder to make it easier, and it was the same thing in the Austrian Championships where we thought, yeah, we can skip the whole boulder if they don't screw off the women's starting hold, but yeah, then they did.
Actually, it was pretty interesting because the last boulder that you had to do, you actually spanned out to the hold and you didn't have to do a toe catch.
Yeah.
Actually, you rotated your shoulder, and that was pretty interesting to see. It doesn't happen often that you, being a quite expert climber now and quite rounder, that you know how to utilize your body in order to make some shortcuts for the boulders.
Yeah, I think it's really important that you know your height and your strength, and you have to use your height if you see that you can have an easier solution with that. And I think most of the climbers in this level do that. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess at a professional level you already have had enough time, enough climbs to know if something is going to work, if something is not going to work, how hard is something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, there's always going to be problems who are easier if you're tall, and some are easier if you're small, and you just, you have to deal with it and think about your strengths.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally we would say that, or I think that a taller climber probably has it easier, but when there is like some clench position, then you have more leverage, then you're in the downside.
Yeah.
So it's never the case that one has got a lot of advantages in comparison to another one, right?
Yeah, it's a lot easier to see if a tall person has the advantage because he can just maybe skip a move or span a move, but in the new school bouldering there's so many positions which are a bit harder if you're tall because you're, as you said, clenched into a really weird and small space, so that it's a lot harder to move. And I think most of the time it's even for everyone. So I don't think there's a perfect body type for climbing.
That's insights from Jan Posch, the actual winner from Austria from the Bouldering Championships, the Masters who took place 2 days ago. And in 40 seconds we're going to start with the finals of the Bloc Summer Masters. This is the tower from the Schlossberg, the iconic tower from Graz, where you can see everything. Do you come a lot to Graz, Jan?
Not that often. Sometimes to train in Blockhaus with Georg Palmer, the local.
Yeah.
But actually not that often.
Are you planning to come more often? That you have seen it.
Yeah, if there's time, I think I will come because it's always good to have a change in facilities.
Cool. And let's focus now because the first climber, due to having 7 climbers, is going to start alone. I guess this is a little bit of pressure for Stefan Scherz. You know Stefan Scherz, maybe you can tell us a little bit of this young man and his inquietudes and his strengths. What is his character like? What does he like?
I think that he doesn't like that problem that much. He's not the most flexible. He definitely has his strengths in just strength and powerful moves, but I think he can get it done.
Yes, he's more known in the lead competitions of the IFSC. He already made some podiums this year. And but his last bouldering competition, which we won, was in Brixton, 2019. And he's already been climbing some 9As on lead and AB plus on bouldering in Zillertal, in his hometown. Yeah, do you think it's really hard to come across both disciplines? You guys have to be on top of the lead, and especially bouldering changing so much as it was to what it is now.
Yeah, I think, of course, it's really hard, but even the lead specialists do so much bouldering in training because it's such a good tool for everyone. But I think it's not that easy to combine like lead training and like training these coordination and flexible moves because it's just so different.
Yes, exactly. I mean, there's plenty of people who think or who experience that when they're training maximum strength to the high level, they lose a lot of endurance, and so vice versa. When they train a lot of endurance, they just don't feel like they have this maximal power that they need. Do you have experienced the same things, or?
Hard question. Yeah, I think it definitely doesn't help if you do a lot of endurance training for your maximal power, or maybe it's not really the maximum strength, but more like the quickness.
Okay.
But it gets back really fast.
Okay.
So.
Yes, Stefan Scherz not finding a lot of solutions here. Like you said, maybe his weakness to bring his foot higher, not being very mobile. In comparison to the other climbers, of course, we don't want to say he's not mobile, but maybe not the most mobile athlete. And yeah, having a little bit of troubles with the start.
Yeah, the right handhold looks really not good. Because also on the top there's a bit of dual text, so you have to be careful to not get it too high. And when you're running into the wall, it's really hard to have that coordination.
Yes. When do you think it's enough time of the boulder and you just leave it out for the next one? Because you still have 3-4 more boulders and you need to save skin, you need to save power. When is enough? When do you know?
Yeah, it really depends on the type of boulder. I think in a boulder like this, where you just do one move all the time and it don't really cost that much skin because it's not on your fingertips, you can actually try until the very last seconds. Because you can also climb a problem like this really fast. So maybe even in the last 20 seconds you can get a top.
Oh, wow.
But if you have a powerful problem where you do a lot of moves all the time, you don't really have that many tries in 4 minutes.
That was a replay, and we saw that he's just dabbing the lower part of the left foot, and he's just missing it about an inch higher. He can just, and he's had enough.
Yeah.
Stefan Scherz, which gets a really strong applause. And next is going to come Levin Geva and Phoebe Vidic as the first female athlete onto the mats. Those are probably some of the youngest competitors tonight. And let's see if Levin can get a bit more out of this boulder. There we have a little bit of split screen so that everybody can see. Choosing to brush the holds as they get quite chossy.
No problem. Off to a really good start.
And looks really, really fast.
Nice.
He needs to
Come
do a pistol squat.
Yeah, nice job.
And I believe that was a flash.
It looked really easy for him. Really strong.
I guess that is one of the really cool things about climbing, being such a versatile sport. Strength is just not everything, and it's just been shown right now.
Yeah.
Like things like mobility, which seem like a basic thing that was something we would train. They're so useful when it comes to bouldering nowadays, and really technique and mental aspect. So strength is just not going to get you the most of the tops.
Yeah, you need to be good in everything nowadays to be on top in bouldering.
Yeah, let's see if Phoebe can get a little bit more out of this boulder. She had not such a bad start, but didn't quite make it to the crimp that we were talking before. There's a lot of good atmosphere. The whole square is filled with people cheering for these athletes. And Phoebe is a young athlete from Vienna. Not a lot of experience into these big competitions, but an impressive performance from this young athlete who qualified.
Come on, now just...
Looking really strong now. And this is the jump that you were talking about. She tried to take her left foot out. It doesn't look like it's going to help her a lot in order to jump to the right. Or maybe she was just trying to readjust it?
Yeah, it looked like it, but I think she should just leave it on the hold and just go for it. I think if she commits to the jump, she's going to hold it.
Yeah, she's also one of the taller athletes, so she probably doesn't have to compensate a lot of the space distance as much as all the canvas. And now
maybe it's even better to just step on the starting hold with your right foot.
Looking at her fingertips, maybe she's suffering. It's been a pretty warm and humid day. Even right now, it's getting quite warm.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're going to be able to have a little bit of a breeze. There was meant to be coming a little bit of storm, but it's been quiet and pretty good so far. So hopefully it's not going to be ruining our finals. And Phoebe going again. She has 26 seconds, and a zone would help her quite a lot. And Phoebe doesn't really quite make it, and I think she's had enough out of the first boulder. So far, only tops for the men, with Geva Levin topping and flashing boulder number 1. And now is going to come Stefan Rest and Fanny Givet. Do you train with Stefan quite a lot?
Not so much, no. I think he just recently moved to Innsbruck, so I didn't train with him a lot, but I think he's really good in boulders like this, so I'm curious if he can get also a flash.
Yeah. That was Lea Kampf, not Fanny Givet, due to the 7 athletes. Yes, the 16-year-olds from Vorarlberg. Really strong performance from such a young athlete to come here and qualify against big names like Oriane Beton and Gestasha Geo. Definitely showing a lot of skills for such a young age. And she just made one bouldering podium this year in Krakow. So she's pretty fit in bouldering this year, showing again in these finals.
Stefan choosing to go up with the right foot first. I think that's a bit of a trap.
Yeah, he didn't look very comfortable at all, to be honest.
Yeah, I can see why he chose to go up with the right foot first, because there's an extra foothold, but I think it's a lot easier if you go with the left foot up first.
As we saw with Levin Geva, he went with the left hand up, also because he stepped with the left foot up.
Yeah.
So he thumb pressed, brought her right foot, matched with the thumb on the zone, and then jumped out, and it looked easy peasy, but of course, easier said than done.
It's always crazy in climbing how boulders can look so easy for some athletes and so hard for others. It's fascinating.
Yeah. It's also a little bit about creativity, right? When it comes to something like this, like you're saying, like he's trying to trap himself with the right.
Yeah.
But he didn't even consider going with the left. And that is a lot of power, strength, and shoulder mobility.
The problem is sometimes you feel really close on a move, and then you kind of get stuck in a tunnel where you don't think about maybe doing different solutions, which could be better.
Yeah, that's also a quite interesting thing. Do you try? You have a maximum amount of number of tries for one method, and then you go for another method, or if it feels like it's getting closer and closer, you keep on going for it.
There isn't really a formula on how how many tries I'm gonna do in this method or a different one. It's just all about the feeling you have right now and the instinct.
Well, it looks like he's going to go again with the right, so hopefully his instinct proves him well, and then he can do the boulder. I think if he could stand up with both hands on top, pretty straightforward, the rest is not going to have a lot of troubles, but getting to that position is probably the hardest thing. And he's just running to the last minute. He got awarded the zone on his first try. Let's see if he can get. And now there's a fresh breeze coming around the square. Probably going to be quite nice for these athletes. And the crowd goes crazy. The MC just asked for a little bit of support. Stefan rest.
Looks like maybe you can also just skip the zone and jump from the starting position to the big blue one.
Looks like a long way to go, but
yeah. If you're tall, then
but you guys can do anything. It goes beyond my mind sometimes. Like on the qualification round, we saw Georg Palmer on the third boulder. He was meant to be a jump 1 to 3, and he just went to the first one, stepped on the starting hold, and stopped. Yeah, something that no rule setter thought about.
Yeah.
So it's really amazing to see what you guys sometimes can do. And this is a fellow companion, Florian Klingler. Yes, maybe you can tell us. Does he like he's renowned for example having strength?
Yes. I'm not quite sure about Flo in this boulder because he injured his right knee at the beginning of the season.
All right.
So I think it's going to be really difficult for him, but normally he's also really flexible and he's definitely got it to top it.
And here we see Fanny Javert this time. People are knowing who she is.
Looking really good.
Looks a lot more strength. And you can hear the people screaming so loud. Fanny Javert looking stronger than ever. No problem for the French athlete who flashes the boulder and big smile for the crowd. That was an impressive performance for Fanny Javert, who made it look so easy.
Perfect start into the round with a flash.
Yes, how important is for you to start with the top, let alone a flash? If you don't top the first boulder, does it ruin the whole thing and you have to keep quite motivated? If you flash the first one, gives you a burst and then you're over the moon that it goes alone?
Yeah, it's really important to flash the boulder because on the first hand you save skin power and on the second hand there's also a big mind game. So first of all, you get really motivated and psyched, but also you put a lot of pressure on the other competitors because they know that you flashed the boulder.
I mean, they for sure have heard how the people went after this flash.
Yeah.
So yes, a lot of pressure going on the other competitors who have still to come and still to top the boulder in the least amount of tries that they can. And if somebody's wondering what these 2 tapes are, well, we have 4 tapes at the beginning of the boulder. You have to control 1 with each limb. As soon as you release the floor, you're getting already a try. And when you control the first start, then you can keep going like Flo is trying to get. That was really strong effort from Flo. The hold with the green tape, it's called the zone. You get awarded some points. and the very last hold, it's the top. This gets you the most amount of points. And then we saw Flo managed to get the top, the right foot on top of the screw on, but standing up from that doesn't look very comfortable. I hope he sees the left foothold and goes for the left. He still has 1 minute, and you just said maybe it doesn't even take 20 seconds to complete the boulder if you do it properly.
I think he's going up with the left foot now. It looks like he's struggling with his right knee.
Yeah, pretty strong performance from Gavin Lever. So
yeah,
it looked really, really comfortable. And let's see if Florian got awarded the zone. No zones so far. Remember, you have to not only touch or tap the zone, you have to utilize the hold to move, to keep on the wall. But as soon as you fall out of the hold, then you're not awarded for it. And he's had enough. Sitting in second position after Levin, we have Stefan Rez with 1 zone on the second try. And the Austrian master from the female. The people are going crazy. Franzi Sterer. And on the men's side, we have Team Ruther, 19 years old, from Germany. Do you know at all, team? Have you done some training camps with him? Have you done some competitions?
No, I actually don't know him that well. But it looks like he got the right solution and it's off to a really good start. Let's see if he can turn the left foot in. Yes. He was looking really strong in qualifications and also semifinals.
Yes. And Francie looking really good. And doesn't quite hold it. Her body looked really far away from the wall in order to be able to hold it. She probably wants to keep her chest and at least her upper body really close to the wall so she can not suck so much on the shoulders, right?
Yeah. Then you don't need that much power to hold it, and that's the desired thing.
Do you think in any of these boulders, hard to shoe, soft to shoe, where do you go normally for a bouldering competition? Do you take 2 pairs of shoes? We have seen athletes like Adam Ondra, or today actually we saw also Georg Palmer, the local, changing his boots in order to do a boulder. Do you also go outside with 2 pairs of boots?
Yeah, I used to, but now I found shoes where I can climb also on volumes and also on small footholds, but many competitors choose to have 2 shoes for soft and hard.
And the people are going super crazy. It's even hard to hear ourselves here on the cabin. And Francis Steger looking really good for the top.
Easy going.
No problems, smiles to the people. He's such an expressive climber. You can see really when she's happy, when she's really enjoying her climbing.
Yeah, she's just really strong at the moment. It's good to see.
So, which is your favorite shoe that you found that works for everything? What is the magic key shoe?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously different from everyone. So, yeah, I don't know. I use Mad Rock shoes because I think they are really good. But as you said, Adam Ondra likes to use 2 pairs of shoes, and it seems to work out for him. So, yeah.
Well, everybody listening, if you want to be the star of Austria, he uses the Mad Rock shoes. So
yeah, exactly.
And let's see if he can get his foot up. Yes, this time no problem. So it's a lot about being able to have mobility not only on the left side, but also bring your right foot quite high up.
Yeah,
And he's a little bit taller also than Levin, so maybe he has a little bit more trouble than the Israeli athlete. He has to be more clenched into this position.
yeah. Also, I think it's a lot also about your shoulder mobility and also your
Upper core strength.
yeah,
Upper
exactly.
core mobility.
Yeah, because if you can turn your shoulder more into the wall, you have a lot more space to put up your foot.
If you need to say some terminology in German, we can help you then translate them, don't worry. Yeah. And here comes Oriane Berton and Nimrod Tunstey from Hungary. I have asked this question to everybody who was helping me commentating. Where is your money? Where are your bets on? Who is going to win?
Yeah, I was going to bet on Flo, but actually Levin Geva just did the first boulder so easy, so I think right now he's my favorite because he's psyched now and I think he knows that he can win and he's going to show it, I think.
Well, the first boulder just gave him a really strong position. And for the female, any favorites?
I first have to see Oriane how she does the first boulder, but
nice way of betting.
Yeah. I think that Oriane, Fanny and Franzi are probably the favorites.
Nice. Well, you should go for Franzi being a competitor, a female competitor of Austria.
Yeah.
But, you know, I understand if you would also go for Oriane or Fanny Givert. They're really strong. They're looking really stronger than ever. Do you feel sometimes it's feeling a little bit of an unfair game if the win goes for the amount of tries? I mean, everybody likes to see more tops, and then as the climbers are split with less tops. Yeah, what is your take on that?
I mean, I think it's you always want to win if you have more tops, but it's also part of the game to do the boulders fast, and you just have to adapt to that.
Fair play, fair play. And here we're seeing Nimrod Tunstey, who's sitting there, but he needs to get on top of it. And Oriane Berton, no problem now on the coordination jump. Holding the crimp. Going for the cheetah Tajin hold with the left, matching. And I believe we're going to see a top very soon. And big smile.
Now
here a little bit of trouble standing up a bit for Nimrod Tunstey from Hungary. He qualified second and had a really good... Wow. Wow.
Nice. Amazing fight.
And to the very end, we didn't know if he was going to stay on the wall or on the mats.
Yeah, it's really hard to keep your composure if you're so close to the top, so that you don't make a mistake by just going too fast. But he managed it really well.
Yes, that was amazing to watch actually, because he looked really composed. But he looked really close to the wall to fall also. And that's the replay of Oriane Berton. And so far we're seeing one top of a flash for Levin Geva, followed by Tunstey Nimrod with one top and one zone on 2 tries, and one zone by Team Würther from Germany on 3rd position. And as the women current position are sitting, we start with Fanny Givert with 1 flash, followed by Oriane on the 2nd try, followed by Franzi also on the 2nd try. But due to comeback, Oriane is sitting in 2nd position. And Stasha Geo.
Max also going for the flash.
Max going for the flash too. Stasha falling, not quite making it.
So flexible.
Looking really promising here. Max is looking really strong.
Yeah, nice job.
And it's a flash. He looks really happy about it. And about 2 minutes 47 to go for the Serbian athlete, Stasha Geo, who just managed to climb 2 8Bs in Rocklands. She was doing Moiste Noise and the arch in 2 sessions actually. Pretty strong for an 8B boulderer. And that's the replay of Max, who's looking in his own league today, looking really, really strong. Any tips you have for younger athletes when it comes to managing pressure and mental games?
It's hard because I don't think I'm the first person who should talk about like handling pressure, because I struggled a lot with it like in the last years. But if you're in the youth, I think you just should take it easy and try hard and try to have fun.
Very humble opinion. Have fun is probably a really important thing when it comes to sport. If you cannot enjoy yourself, you probably cannot enjoy your climbing. And Stasha Geo going again. And this time holds it. The people shout first. I think this is not going to be a problem for Stasha. And face the crowd. Really expressive. I believe she had to work hard for that top. She didn't look so comfortable the first moves, but managed to secure. And so far, we have Stasha Geo sitting currently on 4th position. She needed 4 tries, I believe, but scores are not being actualized. And Stefan Scherz is going to have now a glance at boulder number 2, which looks like a hard puzzle.
I think this boulder could suit Stefan quite well. I think we're going to see a top.
We hope to see a top.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying. I was less than 2 weeks ago in Zeus, and the whole team were there, and he was trying biography, looking super strong. Really cool to see, actually.
Yeah, he's really, really strong.
Yes, there you are. That's the Stefan we want to see, making progress on the boulders. That's the repetition. It looks like a really horrible edge to hold. Like, there's a little bit of support, as we saw, for the thumb with the screw and hold on the volume, but it doesn't look like a good hold by any means, right?
No, for sure not.
And the root setters are bringing back the volumes, as the first boulders of the men and women are already done. They're doing some adjustments. In the meantime, Stefan Scherz having a rethought about the boulder. Was a pretty good first start, and hopefully he's going to get a top very soon. A boulder like this, where you have to step with your feet, requires a lot of core strength. Is this something that Stefan is quite good at?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. He's overall just really strong in everything. Everything in the upper body.
Looking really strong. Yes, come on. Sagging a little bit into the holds. And it gets exploded from the wall.
I think it could be better if he doesn't heel hook with the left foot, because then he has more space to move the body.
So the heel hook is creating a little bit more of an overhanging, and if he could release the heel hook, he would be able to take a better view of the shoulder move.
Yeah, then he would be closer to the wall, but maybe the right hand hold is so bad so that you have to make a heel hook. It's always hard to say from being a spectator.
Good that you also say this because I feel like that, but
Yeah.
you're saying it and you're the champion, you know. It must be like that.
Yeah, now he tries it without the heel hook. Or not.
Stefan Schetz is on the very steep part of the wall. This is the left side of the stage. The slabs are on the right side, and as we move towards and lean towards the left side, the wall and the panels get more overhanging, steeper, up to a 30-degree wall, where Stefan Schetz is right now. And he didn't get any top, no zones on the first boulder, so he really would do well if he could get a zone or a top of this boulder.
Come on.
I think he's a little bit frustrated, and you can see in a brutal boulder like that, there is a number of tries you can give before you start to get really tired, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, also Stefan did the Austrian Championships and got into the final and third position, so he climbed a lot in the last couple of days, so maybe he's also getting a bit tired.
Yeah, that makes completely sense, you know.
Yeah.
Having to have several rounds of boulders, all at the top level, it's not an easy task. And like you said, he had many rounds. It's not an excuse, but it is a fact. And there's a lot less skiing, there's a lot less freshness into his body, so he's doing really well just to be here on the finals.
Yeah, for sure.
And we get also a glance at boulder number 2 of the women. Geva having a little bit of trouble getting his feet higher. But now, yes, he establishes the start, and Phoebe going quite straight. It looks like Phoebe is a little bit with the wrong hand on the right hold. Oh, wow.
Geva is doing a great job.
Doing a bicycle, she managed to change the solution that the root setters were thinking about. Pretty impressive creativity from this young athlete. She needs to match this big zone hold. And Levin Geva looking really, really strong here. And falling down in the last second.
That last move looks so hard. I think he wanted to step with the left foot into the pocket, but he couldn't anymore because he was so clenched into the press.
I mean, they are savage moves, and you're probably going to get super tight to the top. And like you're saying, to keep on the tension and to change the foothold requires an extra power on the upper body. And yeah, it looked like on his limit, to be honest. And
yeah, curious if he can get up there again, because it looked like it took so much energy out of him.
yes, he's probably going to have a half a minute to a minute of rest, I believe.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's going to do just one more try maybe.
And that was the replay from the Viennese, Phoebe Vidic, who showed a great display of imagination, securing the proper stop. Goes again. So the root setters thought that you would have to go to this pocket with the left, or to the big pool kind of with the right, actually. Cross with the left to this big pocket, and then move to the right to the zone hold. But Phoebe chose to go with the right hand to the small pocket, and therefore she has to be able to release her left hand without her whole body swinging down. And there we see a little bit of the different strengths between Stefan Schetz, which had no problem at all with the first starting position, and Gavin Leva. Who managed to keep the zone, gets again exploding out. He's going to be awarded the zone for sure on his second attempt, but he didn't look any more comfortable than Stefan Schetz did.
Yeah, it's really awkward.
And enough, the time is out.
But I think the zone in this problem is already worth a lot, so he can be happy.
Yes. The boulders have been made also a little bit easier because after the semi-final round, which was super hard, they decided to go for a little bit of an easy solution and made them a little bit easier. Like you said, there's a lot of fatigue being accumulated in the body, but still they look
tremendously they don't look that easy.
No. And I wonder if Leah is going to go for the intended solution on boulder number 2 of the women, or if she's going to go with the same as Phoebe went to. And Stefan Rest brushing the holds. Don't need to rush it, such a hard problem. As you said, probably doesn't need a lot of tries, so
yeah,
better make them count.
Yeah, that's true.
And the route setters for this master team has been Dirk Ulich, the German route setter, head route setter of the team, followed by Jakob Rostoffer, who was today at midday, commenting with myself. The semi-finals, Luka Muca, the Slovenian route setter, and Ingo Fitzwieser, the Austrian route setter, who is now also the trainer for the German team. Let's see what Leah can do out of this boulder. Do you have a lot of connection to Leah? Do you know? Have you seen her a lot in the circuit?
Not really, because she's so much younger than me. I don't really train with the younger athletes, so I don't train with her that much. But I heard that she's really, really strong.
Fair enough. Do you have any more competitions coming up this month?
Yeah, I'm actually not that sure about it. I hope, but it's looking like not really. So maybe I'm going to Flatanger to do some lead climbing in September.
Oh wow!
Yeah, pretty.
Any hard projects thought about?
Yeah, for sure. I want to try force hammer.
Wow.
But
have you already been in Flatanger or first?
Yeah, I was there last year with Nikolai Ushnik.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. But we did a lot of bouldering, not that much lead climbing actually.
Leah just tried to bomb with the left to the small pocket, and that is a really, really, really bad hold. It was just thought as an intermediate for the right to reach the zone hold. Yeah. Maybe not reading it the best way and not finding the right solution. Hopefully she changes her idea. And have you already tried Odinzai anytime?
Not yet, no. But I want to try it. It looks, yeah, I mean, it looks amazing. All the routes in Flatanger look so good. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're definitely an amazing cave. I have never been there myself, but like I already saw a couple of people have posted some videos of Odinzai, and looks really, really cool.
The holds are just the best. You can't imagine the holding like the big jugs in the cave. It's just amazing.
You look really happy, so it's
yeah.
I hope the best. I hope you can really climb it. Looking forward to read some of your social media.
Yeah.
And hopefully somebody uploads a YouTube video of your standing.
Hopefully, yes, if I send.
For sure. And Stefan Rest, who got
just 8 more seconds.
No zone yet. On this second brutal boulder. No zone and no top for boulder number 2 for Stefan Rest. No Lea Kempf. But an impressive performance from these young athletes. And Fanny Javert comes to the mats. Let's see if she can read. I think this is a problem that Florian is going to love.
Yeah, I think so too.
He already looks like he wants to get on with it.
Yes, he looks psyched.
Pretty impressive to see a climber who didn't get a lot on the first boulder, not even zone, and then goes and looks so determined to climb a boulder. It's really, really cool to see.
Yeah, you have to forget the first boulder. You have to just focus on the next boulder, otherwise you're not gonna make it.
Yes, and that's the idea. We saw the root setters doing a 360, jumping and ready to the finger.
Looking really strong.
Also, Florian Klinger looking really good here. Wow. And it's another flash for Fanny Javert, who looks unstoppable.
Second flash. Nice.
And Flor really high up. He's been awarded the zone, and as you said, that is a lot of value according to this boulder. And he just looked like completely different, like to these other two competitors.
Yep.
So much stronger.
Yes. He's one of the strongest.
Fanny Javert, who made herself another 2.5 minutes of rest. She was really happy and really fast in topping the boulder. Yeah, maybe they should have made it as hard as the semifinals.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, there are 4 boulders. Maybe those are the easy ones. Easier in brackets. There are no easy boulders in this final.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see if Florian Klinger can get a top. He looked really, really strong. Looking so much more comfortable than any other climber who has been so far on any of these holds in the overhanging. So sitting 4th now with 2 zones. A top would bring him into 1st position or 2nd position actually. But not every single climber has finished their rotation. Struggling a little bit more now. And there gets on with it. A beautiful backstep move. And the people are going crazy for Florian Klinger, who slips his foot. The DJ just brought some very encouraging music, so I think he's gonna have another go.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm curious though if he can get up there again, because making 3 tries in a boulder like this it's hard.
Well, if you're Florian Klinger, if your name is Florian Klinger, probably you can. And there he goes again. He completely changed the solution, like in comparison to all the other climbers. This time going with the right first, looking really good. And doesn't quite manage to roll over the left foot. But an awesome performance from Florian Klinger to give 3 tries to very brutal boulder. And nodding with the head, no way. And here comes Francis Scherer and Team Güthel, 19 years old. His best position was this year in Graz in the bouldering competition. And Francis Scherer, the 2021 bouldering master.
I think this boulder suits Franzi quite well. think she's going to do it really fast.
Well, if she does it really, really fast, she could sit in second position. But she needs to do it in the first go.
Yeah.
So I think she's also one of the taller athletes. So probably getting out of this first position is not going to be the easiest for her.
Yeah, looks like
But
it.
she's really powerful, like you said.
Yeah, if she gets the first move, I think she will do it.
There you are. No problem this time. There you are. Wow. Lock off. She even thought about putting the foot and then I don't need it.
Yeah.
And France just stopped, just like Jan Lacapouche described. That was a pretty good guess.
Yeah, that was impressive. Yes, looking really easy.
Yanni, you just were so sure that she was going to top it.
Yeah, I mean, I see her in the training all the time, and I know that she loves moves like these, and yeah.
And she's now sitting on second position with 2 tops and 4 attempts. And Vandijiver has got 2 attempts less. That's why she's sitting on first position, followed by Orion, who still not out. She has to finish this boulder, to try this boulder, and then we will see what the scores look like. And Team Guthen going again. Team looking like he needs the top if he wants to get up on the scoreboard with 2 zones and 2 attempts. He got both on the first attempt, both zones. But top is really needed if he wants to be on the leaderboard. 4 different nations, Austria, Israel, Germany and Hungary on the men, and 3 on the women, Austria, France and Serbia. In this international competition here in Graz in the Bloc Summer Masters from Bergfuchs. The temperatures are getting quite cooler. The rain didn't come, and we're having quite a nice ambience here. Jan, how was it for you? You had an awesome crowd cheering for your name in the finals after a year of Corona where there is no people allowed to be having a presence on a competition. Was this making a difference?
Yeah, for sure it was an amazing feeling to climb in front of a crowd. Especially, as you said, because of Corona, because we didn't have crowds for such a long time. And then also we had a really huge crowd, which I have never seen in the Austrian Championships before, and it was just an amazing feeling.
Yeah, it was really awesome to see like the whole ambience, the lights and the people, and you're just crushing it. It was, I guess, a dream come true.
Yeah, for sure.
And Oriane Berton just comes to the mats now alongside Nimram Tuncay, who is sitting now third with 1 top on his second try, the Hungarian athlete. And he was not meant to turn around and see the boulder.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot also, because you're not used to it.
There was one competition where they actually took the beep out, but not the beep for starting, but the beep for ending. And some athletes just didn't get it. That was in Russia, I believe, in Moscow.
Okay.
And there was no last beep, so normally when you saw like, okay, there's the last 3 seconds and maybe you can jump to the hold, but because they didn't hear it, they
kept
having
climbing.
no idea exactly.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And Oriane sitting here, she's not as tall as the other competitors, so I think he's going to have it quite easier to start. Also Oriane, renowned for her strength. Outside, she already climbed 8C plus boulders, 8C plus roots, and really known for her send of the 8B plus when she was really young in 2018 for the Golden Shadow in Rocklands, and no problem of his fist voice. Looking really strong, Audie Amberton, utilizing the whole body.
Finding a knee bar.
And flies out of the top. Yes, this is, we were saying she already did some AB plus in Fontainebleau, and she's more known for such a young age climbing AB plus boulder. That is pretty good achievement, right?
Yeah, she's for sure the future and one of the best climbers already. And I'm really curious to see how far she can go.
Yes, she made some podiums in Meiringen, second, also in Salt Lake City this year, and really looking at the top of the field when it comes to climbing and competitions, as well as the outdoor rock experience. How important is it for you to combine rock climbing, outdoors or bouldering with competition climbing?
For me, it's really important because, first of all, it's a really nice change from all the hard training in the gym to just go outside with some friends and climb hard stuff. But also, it's a good training because you go on your limit like you're not used to in the gym. So for finger strength and everything, it's just a really good training.
Cool, cool. So finger strength, bouldering outdoors, for everybody who's listening, go outdoors.
Yeah.
And Geva Levin on the front with one top and two zones. And not a lot of progression on boulder number 2 for the Hungarian athlete, Nimrod Tulsey. This time sticking. He's going to be awarded the zone, I believe. And sitting now on second position after he got awarded the zone on his third try. Let's see if Orion Berton can top it. If she doesn't top it, it's going to be an advantage for the other competitors who want to get in top of the leaderboard. 20 seconds, the people are going crazy here.
She needs to hurry up. So close.
And so close and so far away. It's devastating to see some people. Really, it happened to you also, I think, on the semifinals, where on boulder number 1 on the slab, you had the top hole of the,
yeah.
And to sleep on the last second,
it's the worst.
Especially because you know you have been there, you could have done it. Yes, but it's a fair game for everybody, and everybody has to be able to do it.
And now it's just about forgetting it and relaxing and focusing on the next boulder for her.
And this gives a pretty advantage now for Stasha Geo, who's sitting on 4th position. Do you think Stasha suits quite a lot this boulder? Or
yeah, I think so. She's more the powerful climber.
And the last of the men to be able to top this boulder without any top so far. We have seen one athlete getting really close. Flo was really high up also. But so far no tops. Hopefully it's not been overcooked and Max can climb it.
Yeah, I think Max can climb it.
Just right now where he is right now, Flo went for a back step on the right side, Eintracht position, where he is now, and that was such a smart climbing technique from Flo.
Yeah.
He read it so much better.
Flo is such a smart climber. He's always finding really good solutions during the boulder. So it's pretty impressive.
Yes, definitely. In my opinion, the one who used the least amount of strength in order to get on the top. So pretty impressive from this young athlete on Tyrol. And the chilies are standing on the background. People are going quite happy seeing this competition taking place now in Graz. Probably the biggest venue that Graz has ever lived in terms of climbing. We're in the middle of the city here in Mariehilfe Square. A pretty awesome location to have a competition of this caliber. If we have another one next year, are we going to see you?
For sure. I'd love to.
Nice. Anastasia just managed to get out of this first position. Jumping onto the pocket. Into the zone hold. This makes even more impressive the send of Fanny Chiver, who could flush it. And the people go crazy as Sasha Geo just flashes the second boulder.
Easy.
What a strong achievement. With no more than 30 seconds to go. And also we're seeing 1 minute 30 for the German athlete. Holding onto the water, he has to keep so much tension at the fingertips. He looks really spanned out. He probably knows that nobody has stopped it.
Yeah. That's the best feeling if you're the last person out and no one topped it, then you get so much extra psych, but you also know that you don't really have to do it, so I'm
You
curious.
get sometimes confused because maybe the climbers are getting really high up and you think, okay, the people are shouting quite a lot, maybe he stopped it, maybe he's not.
Yeah, yeah, it's always confusing. But many of the competitors also talk inside, so
Okay.
most of the times we know what's going on.
Yeah, we were talking about it today quite a lot, and through the days, climbing not being such a big sport as football, for example.
Yeah.
There's a really friendly competition where the best climber is fighting against the boulders and not against the other competitors. And it's really nice that you guys are sharing and not hiding information. Yeah, can you tell us a little bit from an inside perspective?
Yeah, I mean, we're all friends. We all are here to have fun and not climb against each other, as you said, but against the boulders, and we all support each other.
It's
and
really,
yeah.
really nice sportsmanship.
Yeah, I think it's pretty unique in sports, but
Let's hope that with the
amazing.
Olympics this doesn't change.
Yeah, I think it won't.
And now we're seeing the slab that we were talking about. Stefan Schertz just went to the mat. He has to jump and stay in this black triangle, in this black box, and stay there on a balance, really close to the wall. If his upper body rotates, like the shoulders rotate, he will be spit out. If he moves too much forward, there's nothing to hold. If he's too short, he will fall backwards. So it is a really, really hard boulder, as the chief route setter, Dirk Ulich, he planned this move, and they ended up putting this screw on hold that we see on the big triangular box. But before there was no screw on.
Oh, it looks savage.
It looks savage. They managed to do it one time in the whole day.
Really?
Yeah, and they wanted to leave it. A beautiful movement into coordination, into the slab. When there is nothing to hold on, it's all about body positioning. And then maybe we can see where Stefan was tapping with her right foot. That's where the screw-on has been added. It looked a lot closer this time.
Yeah, it
Making
was
a lot of
looking good.
progress. It's pretty amazing how you guys learn a move and then can do it in like a second, as if you guys did it for months.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we train for. We do moves like these all the time in training to just know the move already when we see it, even if we haven't done exactly this move. But we did similar moves in training, and it's all about remembering what to do, what you have to do in this move, and applying it to the boulder.
It's incredible the plasticity you guys work with to adapt so much to every single final judgment that the root setters are doing, because like you say, you're familiar with the move, you can read it, but every single move is unique. And you have to really adapt these millimeters in order to keep on the wall.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I love about climbing, so that you never do the same thing twice. And
yes. Big smile from Yanni, who is looking really passionate as he talks. Oh, that was so close.
Now he has to stay concentrated and not.
Yeah, Ben Hart from the youth, the team, the roots at the team, told me that the volumes were a little bit dirty, and they were trying to do the whole boulder, and they were just slipping all the time, even crossing to the first one, and then they were brushing for 5 minutes, no less than 5 minutes, and then suddenly they found the friction.
Yeah.
So I guess brushing those holds is going to give you a lot of advantage, especially as more climbers are coming out.
Yeah, it's really important, yes.
And Stefan Scherz really needing a top or a zone, as he's sitting now on 6th position with 1 zone on the first boulder in his second attempt. And unfortunately, no lights at the end of the tunnel of this boulder. And we're going to be able to see the first athlete on the 3rd boulder, Phoebe Vidic, and Geva Levin coming to try this monster of a slab. I mean, slabs alone are really difficult, and coordinations are also really difficult, but the combination of it is just insane.
Yeah, it's so hard, yes. Sometimes it's also a bit of luck involved, so that if you hit the hold perfectly on the first couple of tries and you stick it, it's just...
Yes, definitely luck has to be involved, and it's playing a role. And he looks like he wants to go a different way.
I thought about doing that solution. I think this could also work.
And Phoebe looking like she wants to utilize her body and her reach to step, but if she can get to the top of that lens with the left foot, I don't know what she's going to be able to do. I think it's probably going to be a lot harder than just doing what she just did right now. And she went for the left to the lower and the right one to the upper. You said maybe there's a possibility of doing it the other way around, the left up and the right lower?
Yeah, but it's really hard to say if you're not standing right in front of the problem. So I think it's intended like she tried it.
Okay.
Or span it.
Yeah, I just thought about if she would use the left hand on the blue lens, step with the left foot on the left, triangle volume, and just tap the right side like she's doing now on the starting hold. This looks actually quite doable.
Yeah, I'm curious if she sticks this move, she can move afterwards. But if she can, then it could be a really good solution.
And that looks
clearing the zone.
I mean, now the whole body has to swing. Wow, really good control.
So close.
So close. Pretty impressive imagination when it comes to movement.
Yeah.
She really utilized her body perfectly, and in the last second dubbed, as we see in the replay, they couldn't hold it and fell down. And now she just did it in a second, no problem. And there is a little bit of a screw and hold on the left upper 70-degree volume. As we see now better, with the 70, there's a screw and hold, and I guess you would have to go with your left. So there's...
Yeah, for the last move, yes, and then just jump to the top.
A committing jump to the move.
which looks
1
pretty
minute
far.
to go, yeah. No problem at the start anymore.
But maybe you also don't even need to go to the left side. Maybe you can just stand up like she did and get the right foot on the blue volume and jump to the top. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
This is looking pretty impressive from Phoebe. Just got a top.
Nice.
Confirmed. She just managed to skip 2 footholds and 1 handhold on the final boulder. Impressive performance from this young athlete who will be sitting quite higher up. Phoebe being with 1 top and 2 zones in 8th race, sitting 5th. And unfortunately, really close, but not enough from Levingeva.
I'm good, thank you.
And Lea sitting currently in 6th position with no tops. A top would do her well, but wouldn't change her position because she didn't get any zone so far. But if she gets the top now, maybe on the next 4th boulder, she could change her score. And Stefan is also sitting on 6th position, sorry, with 2 zones. So a top would bring him right onto 3rd position. Wow.
Ooh, easy.
That was a jump skipping a ball.
Yeah. Amazing.
It looked so easy when he did it. Wow, looking really strong here. Stefan Rest from Salzburg. Really high foothold. Holding this cheetah dish. Now we're gonna see a top. Falls down. The people go shouting, oh.
Stefan is one of the best slab climbers I know. He always does the slab. I don't understand it. It's crazy. Every time.
That foothold looks really, really small where he stepped out.
Yeah.
But his body position was just so perfect when he jumped into this big volume. The whole hip was perfect on top of the foothold. It just he hadn't had to control the swing. It was just like as if you landed from the top. Thoroughly perfect in that.
Yeah,
it was
display
of
position.
perfect positioning, yeah. Amazing to watch. Probably a good decision by the route setters to have put screw and hold. And Lea just did the coordination move. Should not be too hard to the top. Just a committed move. And it's the top for Lea from Salzburg, from Vorarlberg. Unfortunately, it's not going to change her position on the scoreboard, but for sure it's going to help her if she tops the next boulder to get higher up. Definitely many more tops than on semi-finals.
Yeah, for sure.
And Stefan Ress not quite being able to get to the position he got before. He has 40 seconds to go. It's probably enough for a boulder like that, but he has to be precise.
Just missing the small foothold.
Yeah, now we saw he slide slid a little bit down.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got it.
20 seconds to go. Yes. Stefan Rest looking really, really good. And falls down. And gets a grand applause from the crowd. Still held on for a second and then unfortunately couldn't hold it anymore. But that's really, really the closest we have seen anybody, and he looked totally amazing. It was an impressive performance from Stefan Rest. Sitting now 5th with 2 zones. Fanny Givert, also known quite well for her coordination skills. I think she's not going to have many troubles, and she's really looking into another league, but didn't flush this. So this is going to open the possibilities for Francie. The more tries that Fanny needs.
Ooh, Flo looking really good.
Florian was looking really, really, really close to sticking the move of the coordination move. Is Florian a man who likes coordination moves in general?
Yeah, I think so, yes. And what Flo likes the most is slopers. So if he gets up to the big red slopers, he's gonna do it for sure, I think.
All right. And now no problem for Fanny Givert. And no problem holding that top. A big smile on her face, Fanny Givert, French athlete. On top of the leaderboard with 3 boulders, 3 tops on 4 tries. Looking really, really strong, the French athlete. Many, many times been on the podium. And here we see Florian going for the intended solution that the route setters thought. Hopefully he's going to be able to stop. Yes. Oh my God, that was so close.
Just missing the small foothold by a centimeter.
I'm not surprised if we are going to see a plus 30 tries on a boulder like that.
Yeah.
He's trying to stop with the toe hook on the left.
Yeah, I think he was a bit too fast now. Because a bit slower, he's gonna do it.
It's really funny because Dirk mounted a whole construction around it.
Yeah, it
because
looks weird.
He wanted to bring the 35-degree volume a little bit out to make it better.
Yeah.
But that would mean that there is a lot of gap in between the wall and the volume. And he attached 2 extra little volumes on the sides and a lot of tape. And Flo Klinger, who was just pretty proud of this achievement, has enough time, and if he gets to the slopers, as Yanni said, he would not let go. He's been already there, and he can be again, no doubt about it. And he's again so fast. And this time looking really strong, Flo.
Nice.
Just like
you see, as I said.
And everybody is asking more support, and the people are going crazy here in Graz.
Doing the typical Flo celebration.
And this is pretty awesome because he's now sitting first with the only athlete with 1 top and 3 zones. And just as you described, if he holds the slopers, not gonna let go. He even was held with 1 hand and that right.
Before matching with both hands.
And even now he's looking so comfortable.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
He's one of the strongest climbers, like in the World Cup circuit on slopers. It's crazy.
Pretty amazing from Flo, who also once he got to the top, before the replay was over, he already had got a gain. That was so fast. And Franzi Sterer sitting now currently on second position. If she flashes, she would remain, I believe, second. And a team who is now on fifth position would do himself a favor by topping this boulder, would be first, because he didn't need so many tries.
I think Tim is gonna do it in the next couple of tries. He looked really good.
Yeah,
last try.
Really, really close. And he's actually going quite slow. As
He's
opposed
just
to
walking.
Really fast. Yes. Choosing to brush also quite wise decision, as the dust is accumulating on the volumes. And people are shouting for Francie. And now sharpening even stronger, even harder. And no problem for Francis Scherer. She just topped boulder number 3. Sitting in second position behind Fanny Gived with 3 tops in 7 tries. And really looking really happy.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself an expressive climber, Yanni?
Yeah, I would say so. Maybe not as expressive as Franzi, but
well, you definitely
look
really, really happy 2 days ago.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would be too if I would top 3 boulders out of 3. Yeah.
I mean, that's a perfect score, right?
Yeah.
And now we're seeing Team Britain for Germany seeking the dynamic. Wow, that looked a second away of flying out. He's also having soft shoes for a pretty edgy foot and not looking half as well as comfortable as Flo was looking here. Probably perfect boulder for Florian, who could hold there. I mean, he was having his whole foot there and still looking really hard try. And Flo was campusing like...
Yeah, he didn't even need a foothold, Flo.
No.
Yeah.
.30 seconds to go, not a lot of time. And Florian Klinger with a strong performance. I mean, if he tops the next boulder, he's going to have the best score of all. Wow, he's topped with his heel. 7 seconds, not enough. And a lot of frustration, but the people reward him with a lot of applause. And coming to the mats now, Orion Beton and Nimrod Tunce from Hungary. Orion needs to top out. She's sitting now currently at 4th position, as she didn't top the second boulder. Do you feel sometimes that the DJs play a really big role into the whole atmosphere and how everything feels? Maybe sometimes you have had the wrong song and thought, oh my God, the DJ could be like changing right now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it hypes you up if the music is good and the crowd also loves it, and it just pumps up the atmosphere and you're gonna try harder. So
far they have been doing a pretty awesome job. They're coming all the way from Vorarlberg. So it's pretty awesome to have so motivated people.
Wow, flashing the move.
Impressive.
Really good.
And Tumsai is sitting now on first position as he just got a flash, zone, sorry, in his first attempt in front of Florian Klinger. The difference is the number of attempts that it took him, 2 in comparison to 10 that Flo needed. And Oriane Berton hopefully gonna find the top of female bowl 3. Oriane Berton is known for her love for coordination moves, but struggling quite a lot on this move. Anything you think she could do better in order to achieve the zone hold?
Yeah, I think she went too fast now, and she actually had a bit of a wrong direction because she hit the wall before she hit the blue hold, so that she fell out.
This looked a lot better.
Yeah, next try she's gonna do it. Yeah.
She was shouting even why, probably not understanding. Sometimes you see some athletes understanding why they failed, especially in the more athletes with more experience, and some other ones thinking what the hell went wrong.
Compassing it also. Nice.
Tumsai Nimrod also not having any problems with slopers that we just saw. And she does not need to rush it out. Wow.
Ooh.
And fist bump from both athletes.
Amazing.
It's an awesome thing when you see both athletes. I mean, she didn't need to rush. She had 1 minute, but still went for it and held it with one hand. Impressive also for Nimse, who again without feet just campus through those pretty bad holds, which 4 athletes couldn't hold it at all.
Looking really solid.
First position with the only athlete with 2 tops. And Max needs another top if he wants to be on top of the leaderboard. He did it on 2 tries, so he would really need... Oh, that was not looking very far away.
Also looking good.
And Oriane Berton now sitting 3rd before Stasha, but Stasha didn't finish her boulder. So if Stasha sends the boulder, she would be sitting 3rd. That's the least she's going to be. If not, she would remain 4th. And Stasha from Serbia, now no problem. Yes. And no problem. And asking a little bit more cheering from the people. Brushing her shoulder. And now is sitting on 3rd position between Francie. The difference is Francie just needed 7 tries and Stasha needed 8. And Max just managed to do the coordination move. He has still 2 minutes 30, enough time for him to top a boulder like that. And that's the replay from Stasha Gale.
Choosing the method I was talking about, going in the opposite, looking also really solid.
Yes. Like Yanni just described, going with the left on the zone, but for now let's stay with Max. Is Max any good at slopers?
I don't know him that well, but he looks powerful, so I think he's gonna like it.
Not looking so comfortable, but
nice job.
No problem for Max from Germany.
Look, for a moment it looked like he was gonna fall, but then as soon as he got the all the 4 fingers of the right hand on the sloper, it just looked easy.
Yes. And Max sitting now on second position behind Tunsen Nimrod because he did it on 8 tries, 2 tops, and Tunsen Nimrod did it on 5 tries. And Stefan Scherz coming for his last boulder, currently sitting on 5th position. A top would bring him into 3rd position, I believe. But that would change if Florian does anything like a zone or a top. Wow.
Looking strong.
Stefan Scherz just looked the strongest on slopers that anybody has seen in the world. Are you having any preference when it comes to holds? Are you more a pinch boy, more of a crimpy guy?
Yeah, I would say so. I don't really have a big favorite, but I like crimps and pinches more than slopers, I guess.
Okay. I will stick to jugs.
I mean, who doesn't love jugs?
Stefan Scherz taking a little bit of a rest. And the public give him a little bit of warmth, big applause, cheering him. I guess an helicopter swing, 360.
This boulder is made for Flo also.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing him on this one.
Still 2 minutes on the clock for Stefan Scherz. This time holds onto the wall. The next sloper is a bad hold too. But this time stays a lot higher. Wow. Impressive from Stefan Scherz.
Nice job.
Who gives applause, says thank you to the crowd, and a perfect ending for your rotation when you get a top on the last boulder. I mean, he must be feeling pretty amazing. He just jumped with both hands, and that's not a good hold by any means.
Yeah, especially with that crowd, it's just the best feeling to top the last boulder and celebrate. But he looks a bit disappointed, but
yeah, he couldn't quite give it all on the previous boulders, but he made amends on his last boulder and destroyed it completely.
That's true.
And having topped this, Stefan Scherz is going to sit on 5th position, unfortunately. No podium for him tonight. But let's see what Leva Geva has to say. Levin Geva has already 1 top and 2 zones. If he does it fast, he might be able to get into a podium as 3rd. He cannot be 2nd because Max already has got 2 tops and he's 2nd. And also we get a glance of the women's number 4. And Phoebe will not be awarded the zone, unfortunately, but she was looking really, really close to holding. 3 minutes on the clock. Perfect, securing the start position. And the idea was to get a 1-2-3, I believe, from Luka Muta. As you get the zone, she's been one of the taller athletes Phoebe. So if she cannot span out, that means probably none of the other athletes are going to be able to do it.
I think that Franzi is gonna span it as well. She's also really tall.
And probably we're going to be able to see a clock on the women 4, maybe. As they try to match the zone, they would probably go with the left to the crimp, then they would have to go down to the jug with the right, and then bring the right hand up to the crimp so they can go to the top hold. And Geva Levin not finding a lot of light into his last boulder. I mean, when you're in your last boulder, you have to give everything, right?
Yeah, because you don't have anything to lose.
And everything to win.
Yeah, true.
And here goes again, Phoebe. I think Phoebe got a little bit of a boost of confidence after she topped the last boulder. And is looking really motivated to topping this boulder. And Geva looking, wow. Wow, impressive solution from Gavin Leva.
Really smart.
With 40 seconds still to go. That was clear utilization of his whole body. Wow, that was a nasty fall into the mat, but rolled away, no problem. 30 seconds to go. And Gavin Leva going for another go on his last boulder. And I think this has been everything for him. He salutes the crowd and knows that
I put on a great show.
An awesome athlete. And all the crowd cheering for those two athletes who did an awesome job today at the Bloc Summers in Graz. We see some of the root setters bringing a ladder. They're going to have to wait a little bit. We see Jakob Grezdorfer talking to a judge. They are choking the holds of the women.
I think it's because
Phoebe
was bleeding.
Oh. There you will see a little close shot. Wow, she was bleeding both hands.
Oh, that's nasty.
That's very, very nasty. Due to hygiene reasons, we have to clean the wall and the athletes have to wait. And hopefully no more bleedings. We also saw, for example, your companion, female companion, Eva Maria Hammermüller, bleeding on the on the knee, and you saw Katasavin running from one corner of the stage through the other pass. She took it literally like 3 seconds.
Yeah, but that's really important because you want to try the boulder as fast again as possible. And
do you bring like such a kit for like, in case you're bleeding?
Yeah, I always get a tape with me in the chalk bag, but sometimes that's not enough.
Okay.
If the wound is too big, so you need a coach to bring you something bigger.
But pretty smart from yourself. Instead of waiting for somebody to bring something, to be able to act immediately, not lose time, as you said. And we saw Leah just now brushing again. I mean, Leah has had also many rounds, probably her 5th round, if I'm not incorrect. She made qualies, semis and finals into the Masters of the Austrian Masters. Semis this morning and finals now. So impressive from this young athlete from Vorarlberg. And she just went for a completely different method, a palm press with the left on the zone and the right on the lower hold. I'm really interested to see if that is going to work because it looked really, really cool.
Yeah, I think maybe that could be the way they thought it should be done.
She looked a little bit like she would have both holds way higher up, and probably she wants to have them quite low in order to hold tension.
You generate the power.
And Stefan rest, holding strongly to the sloper. And almost Lea Kemp being able to hold. She changed completely the resolution, going for the 2 doubled shoulder move. And she looked the closest we have seen this move being executed. She stacked a little bit on her right shoulder and couldn't keep the tension, but she still has enough time. 1 minute 50 to go, so for sure enough time for this young athlete to be able to top the boulder. If anybody is tuning to us, we're in Graz in the Bloc Summer Finals for the women and the men. My name is David Patterson, and I'm here with the actual 2021 Austrian bouldering master, Jan-Luca Posch, to give us his insights into this final and his expertise as the Austrian master.
So close.
That was really, really cool to watch.
I think
The whole body rotated.
Yeah, I think she needs to get the foot on the volume. She just missed it and couldn't control the swing.
And this is the last boulder with still 4 athletes to come out on the mats. It's not over until it's over. And an amazing crowd. The Austrian crowd, who knows a lot about climbing, knows when to cheer when an athlete is getting closer. And everybody cheering now for Lea. This time she sticks the move. Lea carry up. It doesn't look like a very good hold to jump to. Unfortunately, she had to really rush the last part. But what an impressive performance with only 16 years old. And here came Stefan Scherz, gives a pop with Jani. Looking a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
And here comes Fanny Givert on the mats. And Florian Klinger, who's going to show us how is the sloper being held.
I think if he finishes this one, he secured a podium, right?
I'm pretty sure. He's now sitting 4th. It's not over. Like, it would depend a lot on to the first. No, you're right. The least,
the
if
podium
he tops this, he for sure is going to be at least 3rd.
Yeah.
No problem at all for Florian Klinger.
Easy.
I believe this is going to be a flash. I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So strong. Ooh,
So close.
that looked really, really close to flushing. And Florian Klinger just secured the third position with the only athlete with 4 zones on top. If he tops it, he could be second and he could be first, depending on what Max and Nimrod do. And this is a boulder that suits him pretty well, so hopefully we're going to see a top for this young man. And Fanny Givet having a little bit of troubles with this last boulder. The solution that we found was a double shoulder move, stopping the swing with the left foot on the very big yellow Rock City volume. Rock City is sponsor of this competition too. And a public event like this, the presence of sponsors is crucial, and public fundings. And here comes Fanny Givet with 1 minute 40 to go. And Flo goes again.
Whoa.
Getting a very nasty swing, same as Fanny Givet. People are flying out of the mats, and she looked like she hurt a little bit her neck. Hopefully it's nothing serious. When a fall is like this, it's best to take a little bit of a step back and rest. And Flo now gets onto the first hold. 1 minute to go. Let's see if Fanny Givet can do the best out of this. Allez, Fanny. It looked more controlled and better. But the time is running out, and we're running into the last 40 seconds. The crowd here is immense. Flo looking really, really strong. Wow, that was a crazy spin from Fanny Givet, and both jumping really fast back onto the mats. Both athletes couldn't finish the boulder, but applause in front of Givet. Big salute from Florian Klinger, who did an awesome performance. Fanny Givet sitting first on the podium, and we know that
I think Franzi will do this boulder.
Florian Klinger just stepped to 4th position.
He didn't get the zone on the first boulder. He had it before, but maybe someone made an appeal.
Let's see what the final results are going to be. Wow, 360 spin. That looked like a very good first attempt for
looking
Franzi.
really solid.
She also seemed almost like she could just hold this on and not move from the crimps.
Yeah, could be a good solution, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you have to compensate a lot of power as your hips and your upper torso is way further to the left of the foothold. But yeah, I mean, power is not a lack when it comes to the name of Franzi Sterer. Wow, Franzi looking really, really strong. If she tops it, she would be automatically first. And slips out.
Now she needs to stay composed and
Yes.
not get too excited, and then she will do it, I think.
But France is just sitting currently in first position as the only athlete so far with 3 tops and 4 zones. And it's going to be quite a fight. I mean, this brought a great opportunity for Oriane Berton to be on the podium because Fanny Givet didn't top the last boulder. And if Berton tops it, she would be automatically in front of Fanny with 3 tops and 4 zones. So until the end, we're not going to have a clear decision of the podium.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
And France is just asking for some audience help. No problem anymore. Round kick to the wall. Looking really promising here, Franzi Steger. She looks really clenched.
Just go for it.
It looks really desperate. What is your thoughts on here, Yanni? What do you think is the solution? I mean, she's launched into a really, really bad pinch.
Yeah, I think she needs to step up with the right foot. Because like this, it's just, you need to hit it perfectly to hold it.
Do you think is there a possibility of making a knee bar?
Yeah, I thought about it. Could be, but it's hard to say.
And Francie just asked for some warmth from her whole audience. Everybody's shouting, everybody's applauding, everybody's fighting. And Francie has 23 seconds. Last try for her.
Oh, so close.
And big applause. She's a happy woman. She's for sure going to be on a podium. The medal what she's going to get, we don't know yet. Pretty impressive from Franzi Steger.
Yeah. She's in a really good form lately. So.
Through the whole 3 days, it's been an amazing performance after performance what she's been delivering. And if Oriane tops this boulder, she would be automatically in a podium.
If she flashes, then she wins.
First. Well, we have to wait for Stasha, because Stasha
can get 4 tops, right?
Would get 4 tops, exactly. And here, talking about Nimrod, he is sitting on first position. So it's going to be all about him and Max, depending on the number of tries and the number of tops that they get. The boulder is already been topped. We know he can be topped. It was topped by Stefan Scherz, who made an awesome. Wow, it looks savage, falling on your back. And Oriane having a rethought about the boulder. Taking some rest. And Oriane is jumping now. Gets applause from the audience. And holds the swing, looking really strong, Oriane Berton. Oh, wow. She needs to go to the top. She's really good at... She's having a good time. Oh, wow. We just saw the Hungarian athlete flying completely out. She's an athlete who can really trick boulders. We have seen in already a couple of World Cups where she finds her way out. And really interesting what she's gonna make out of this boulder, to be honest. Still sitting on 4th position because she has 1 top less than Fanny Givet. She needs a top to be able to move up. She looked quite close with 1 minute 30 on the clock. People with the phones recording, people shouting, cheering, no problem. She almost held it without hands. That was without feet on the wall. That
looked really easy.
And she looked really, really close. It doesn't look like she's thinking that this is a butt hold, so pretty impressive. There we get the angle shot.
You need to hit it so perfectly and go up as slow as you can, but...
And the music is getting louder, the MC is getting quite cheering, people clapping in sync for Oriane Berton, who's getting faster and faster, precise and more precise as the goals go by. It took her literally like 10 seconds to get up there.
Ah, so close.
It's not gonna be enough for Oriane Berton.
Nice effort.
And gets a really great applause. Unfortunately, sitting on 4th position, couldn't get a top. No top also for the man Hungarian Nimrod Tunsnadi. If Max tops the boulder, he wins automatically. If he doesn't,
needs the zone.
He will need a zone, and then he also would top it. So a zone would grant him the gold medal, and the worst he can be is silver medal. And Stasha Geo needs to flash the zone in order to be better than Francie, or to top. A top would bring her into the gold position.
She will try to span it, I think.
We have not seen anybody doing it first go.
Ooh.
And it's not less for Stasha Geo, who looked really, really close. And here goes Alex from Germany. And Stasha Geo holds the zone. What is she going to do? What is the solution she's going to use? Sitting now on 2nd position. She needs to win. She needs to top if she wants to win. And that looks so close. She's so happy about it.
As close as it gets.
And Max Kleesattel.
Almost holding it with one hand.
Still no zones for Max. Choosing to use a little bit of liquid chalk. Why would you use liquid chalk instead of normal chalk, Yanni?
I actually don't know. I never use liquid chalk. I don't like it. I am slipping around if I use liquid chalk, but I mean, if you have really, really wet skin, I think it's good. But
Fair
to be honest, I don't really know.
And there you are, Max holding into this. He needs
So
zone. So close to the zone, Max. Stasha Geo needs a top. if she wants to win. And flies out again. She's like a little bit frustrated.
I think she missed it.
She knows she can get it. It's just about being a bit more precise and acting with timing. And 45 seconds. This is getting so intense. We don't know the scores until the end. They can change everything. It's in their hands to change their positions. Both sitting in a silver medal. They could be both gold medalists. Probably they're going to be the last tries for both of them. Stasha Gale, no problem on the coordination move. Max going again.
That's it, I think. That's the win for Franzi Sterra.
And the audience go mad as the last climbers gave everything they had in the tank. Fist bump. Both in a silver medal, both in second position. And this has been probably the biggest achievement that Franzi Sterra did, winning a national competition and in international competition in 2 days, within a week.
Pretty impressive, I'd say.
I mean, I don't know if she knows, but she's the best in all of the disciplines, in bouldering disciplines.
Yeah.
Twice. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What else could you ask for?
Yeah, that's true.
Yanni, thanks a lot for co-commentating.
Yeah, thank you.
Really nice
it
to have you.
so much fun.
Again, congratulations for your gold medal.
Thank you.
Austrian master.
Yes.
Yeah, have a nice trip to Flatanger.
Yeah, thank you.
Climb out inside and all the best tonight. Enjoy as it is.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
good evening.
All the best. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that was Jan-Luca Bosch with me on the commentating job. There we see the crowd, which has been amazing. The climbers have been amazing, the whole competition. And Franzi Sterra, if bouldering has got a name in Austria and internationally, that is her. I mean, gold twice on a national and international competition, and not any international competition. Steyerge was there, Fanny Givet was there, Oriane Beton was there, and nobody could take away from her the gold medal. Yeah, what an awesome performance from Franzi, sitting on the first position. Second, but not least, Stasha Geo, followed by Fanny Givet. Oriane couldn't quite make it. She needed to top the boulder and missed the second boulder, and then it was costing her the third position. And following down the really impressive achievement of Lea Kemp to be twice in finals after 5 rounds, and Fifi Vidic. And on the men, we have Tusnadi Nimrod, the Hungarian athlete, followed by Max Glesland from Germany, followed by Levingeva. We thought it was Florian Klinger, but maybe an appealing. He didn't get the first zone. And that was the fist bump of both of them being completely tired. We're gonna go into a flower ceremony. Thanks to everybody who made this competition possible here in Austria. All the route setters, Andy Matuszka, Jörg Verhoeven, Maurice Schwasta, Jan Heiko, Dirk Ulik, Jakob Christopher, Luca Mutzer, Ingo Fitzwisser, Patrick Sommer, Fabian Loy, Anja Sevinek, and Bernd Reiteleiner. The judges, Wolfgang Bishop, Birgit Gasser, Michael Bittermann, Sigrid Kolbacher, Josef Kern, Charlie Gangster, Ricky Lasser, Sonja Weyland-Alberger, Fritz Alberger. The people are still going really mad. Wolfgang Dauer, Michael Gangster, Simon Mark, Birgit Ocker, Ressa Karls, Hans-Peter Zinko, Claudia Zinko, Alice Bergmann, Peter Greisdorfer, Karina Lesser, Martin Dauer, Wolfgang Pollover, Stefan Grünle. We have more here. I have to mention everybody because everybody has had to take, and without them it could not be possible. The main man of this whole event, the big event, the Stefan Czerny, more known as Stoffel from Blockhaus, the CEO of Blockhaus, the mastermind behind all of this. Helping the organization, Sina Czerny, Kati Kanol, Benno Wiesenberger, Kairo Seferer, Berhan Reitelena, Jule Pingera, the officials, Uzi Sterer, Benhard Steinler, Lena Gasser keeping us up to date on the scores, Tobi Baumann, Tobi Lasanasto, the medical tissue, Christoph Nepal, Technik Honi, Thomas Ritz, Martin Czerny, on the photo, Shavit Kintus and Nikola Mitrovic, filming from Frisch Luft, David Schickebrufer, Stefan Kochel, Matthias Haberer, Lea Frühmann, Paul Mick-Clouds, Robert Schemitz, Robert Weynans, Nicolas Heckel, Thomas Exel, Philip Peyer, and hosting Santiago Leonard Terry, as you see him outside for the men. My name is David Patterson. It's been a truly honor for you, guiding you through these 3 awesome days of competitions for Epic TV here in Graz, in the middle of the city, Mariahilferplatz. Thanks a lot, and stay tuned for the following years which are coming in this awesome city in the east side of Graz. And we're going to be followed by some replays and the flower ceremony. Thanks a lot. Enjoy your evening. It's been a pleasure. And those are the supporting main sponsors, as you can see on the screen. Good night, everybody. Hope you had an awesome time. And until the next one.
Und Daniel Friedrich, Benjamin Schuler und Anita Knappe, sind die da? Einmal Vertretung für den Daniel. Gratulation an den Daniel. Und da haben wir auch schon den Schuler Benjamin zu meiner Rechten. Einmal ein Golden Ticket. Applaus für den Benjamin. Und auch die Anita hat ein Golden Ticket gewonnen. Gratulation, Applaus für die Anita. Das sind die stolzen Gewinner der 4 Golden Tickets für alle Hallen, die hier mitgemacht haben bei unseren Bloc Summer Sessions. Vielen Dank auch an alle Hallen. Und jetzt gibt es ein paar Worte von unserem Stoffel Czerny, der hier verantwortlich ist für diesen perfekten Event. Danke mal meinerseits.
Ja, liebe Leute, vielen Dank an euch alle, dass ihr am Donnerstag und heute auch für eine derartig tolle Atmosphäre gesorgt habt. Ich glaube, es war eine super Werbung für den Klettersport. Das war auch mit euer Verdienst. Vielen Dank. Und natürlich möchte ich mich ganz besonders bedanken bei der Stadt Graz, beim Sportamt, beim Thomas Rajakovic, der den Stein ins Rollen gebracht hat. Weiters beim Sportstadtrat natürlich alle, beim Land Steiermark, bei Graz Tourismus und ganz besonders beim Sepp Steiner vom Bergfuchs, der sozusagen den Startschuss geliefert hat, dass wir uns da auch drüber trauen über dieses Riesending. Vielen Dank, ein Riesenapplaus an alle unsere Sponsoren und Förderer. Dankeschön. Und ich glaube, es ist auch allen bewusst, dass das sehr viel Arbeit ist. Alle helfenden Hände, die jetzt nicht möglich sind, namentlich zu erwähnen. Es war ein Wahnsinn, was ihr geleistet habt, auch die letzten Tage oder die letzte Woche. Wir haben noch ein bisschen was vor uns, das Ganze muss ja auch wieder weg. Riesenapplaus ans gesamte Team vom Bloc Summer. Und bevor ich jetzt das Mikrofon wieder übergebe an den Santiago, ein Riesenapplaus, dass er die 4 Tage kommentiert hat hier. Er ist sonst bei uns hinter der Bar im Blockhaus, aber er macht das spitze.
Vielen Dank, Stoffel. Danke. Während wir alle geklatscht haben, sind die Ergebnisse jetzt da. Ich hoffe, ihr seid alle bereit für die nächste Siegerehrung. Die letzte Siegerehrung hier am Mariahilferplatz. Auf dem 3. Platz Fanny Schieber aus Frankreich. Come on up here. Congratulations, Fanny. Congratulations, Fanny Schieber. Und für die Preisübergabe die Gemeinderätin Marion Kleiner, vielen Dank auch an Sie. And on second position auf zweiten Platz, Stasha Geo. Congratulations! Super strong from Stasha. Und jetzt stellen wir mal alle das Bier weg. Wir brauchen unsere Hände für die Erstplatzierte, die Franzi Sterer! Applaus noch einmal für die 3 stärksten Damen. Vielen Dank euch 3. Und weiter geht's mit den 3 stärksten Herren. Und zwar auf dem dritten Platz, on the third place, Geva Levin. A big applause for Team Israel and Geva. So strong. Und auch mit einer super starken Performance war der Max Kleesattel. Er ist sich da auf das Stockerl auf den zweiten Platz geklettert. Gratulation an Max. Congratulations. Und auf Platz 1 kein anderer als Nimrod Tusnari. Einen Riesenapplaus für Nimrod. Der stärkste unter den Burschen bei diesem Bloc Summer Masters Bewerb. Riesenapplaus an die 3 stärksten Herren. Danke vielmals noch einmal an die Rundensetzer Dirk Ohling, Ingo Filzwieser, Luca Muscha, Jakob Kreisdorfer sowie die Jury Präsidentschaft, Bernhard Steindler und Anton Baumann und für die Resultate, die ich immer gleich in meiner Hand hatte, Lena Gasser und den Covid-Beauftragten Dr. Christoph Nebel und nicht vergessen, ohne den ich komplett aufgeschmissen gewesen wäre, Martin Scherner, immer im Hintergrund unterwegs, für den Ton zuständig und auch den Honig, der da das perfekte Licht für uns bereitstellt. Auch ein riesen Dankeschön an die Kathi Knoll. Wirklich ein Riesenapplaus, ohne sie ist es nicht möglich. Nicht nur die letzten paar Tage, sondern die letzten paar Monate unfassbar viel gearbeitet. Und leider die Sina Tscherner schon wieder am Weg runter. Was sie da alles arbeiten, unfassbar. Und natürlich auch an all die Volunteers. Es ist ohne euch alle nicht möglich. Alles, was ihr seht, muss auf- und abgebaut werden. Ich hoffe, ihr holt sich jetzt noch ein Bier beim Scherbestand. Und noch einmal einen fetten Applaus für die DJs Alex und Gazi von der Steinblock Crew. Ich verabschiede mich. Ich hole mir jetzt auch ein Bier. Ciao und hoffentlich bis zum nächsten Mal.